Hello my friends, and welcome back. Today's live programming video, I don't really have anything specific in mind. I was laid off from my job this week and I have a lot more time, I guess, while I'm trying to regroup and find another job, and everyone's telling me I need to do some self-care. And working on passion projects is the only self-care that I know. And what bigger passion project than Komorebi, the tiling window manager for Windows. My other passion thing is dancing, but I haven't put any dancing videos on YouTube yet. So let's take a look. There are a couple of good suggestions over in the Discord. There are one or two low-hanging fruit kind of issues here as well. The one that I was thinking of was somebody posted add some small convenient commands. I thought this one sounded pretty cool, right? So null by 2, is that it? Null by 2? Amin. Oh, Amin John. Salam. It would be convenient to have a command that actually sets the padding of focused workspaces and containers instead of just adjusting. I think this is a great idea, right? Because if you try to do the existing commands, which how do they work? Container padding, you have to give the monitor, the workspace, and the size. And I think at best you can do, you don't even have named maybe you have named workspace container padding. Yeah, but like you still have to give the name of the workspace, and it's a little bit clunky if you want to do these things on the fly if you have presets. So why don't we start with this? But actually, wait. Hold the frickin' phone. Windows RS just released a brand new update. Yesterday, 0.52. So we'll throw that in there. Just to, just to get started, just to ease into it, just to be gentle. We can upgrade the version of Windows RS 2.52. So one of the things that I have started doing is, because I think every single one of these crates used to have a dependency on this Windows crate, I pushed that dependency up to this workspace level cargo.toml file. So if you have a cargo workspace with multiple subcrates, member crates, what you can do is you can declare workspace.dependencies, and then you can start adding dependencies under. Because I have a lot of features that I want here, I just added Windows as well. But you can see here, right? We have Windows interface, we have Windows implement. So I believe we can bump all of these. So let's go bump, and let's go bump. So we'll hit that. We're running Rust Rover. I learned that the Rust plugin for IntelliJ was actually deprecated, or not deprecated. They sent out a notification in IntelliJ saying that they were not going to be providing further updates. Please switch to using Rust Rover. So that is where we're at. We are using Rust Rover. Why don't we get bacon on the go? Yo, low memory. I'm not even doing anything, bruh. Let's what is, I don't even, God, it's such a bad look. I don't know how to, I have to use PowerShell to do times by 2. The sad state of affairs. So let's save and restart, I guess. And we can get out of this and we can see what bacon says. Here's this taskbar coming up again. Thought I had set it to hide. Okay, now it hid. Now it hid. Oh. It looks like the check was okay, actually. It looks like there were no breaking changes this time. Alright, man, I'll take that. That's a win in my books. And Lord knows I need a win. Lord knows I need a win. Yes. So we're just updating the cargo.toml file. You know what, I'm gonna open up a new Firefox window without my pinned tabs. Make it a little bit easier to navigate at 175 times DPI. We're gonna take a quick look at how I phrase these commits, because I always forget how I phrase the Windows Update commits, and it's gonna drive me crazy if it doesn't match. This is the format. Chore deps bump Windows crates. CZ. Taking a minute. I'm just trying to think, do I have anything running? I don't have any. I just have WSL running. Not be this slow. So chore deps bump Windows crates from 0.51 to 0.52. Easy peasy. Easy peasy. Not so easy peasy. What the hell? What do I have that's... Oh, I merged some Dependabot stuff. Okay. Got worried there for a second. I got worried. Alrighty, so that is done. We got a nice, easy introduction. And now we're gonna add some small, convenient commands. So if you have been thinking, oh, you know, there's like a low-hanging fruit Komorebi command that I would like to try implementing myself, watch this part of the video. I'm going to walk you through it from A to Z. So we head into Komorebi core lib.rs, and we have this big ol' enum called socket message. So we're going to add in the appropriate place a new socket message, and this is what Komorebi C uses to communicate with the window manager. And these are the only messages that the window manager understands, so it has to be in here. So this is a padding one. So we'll do focused workspace container padding, and we'll do focus workspace padding. Right, and then it only takes a single 32-bit signed integer, and that is the padding. So we've got some errors here because it says, let's bring this to the middle. It says focused workspace container padding is not covered in a match statement in the process command file. So that is our next destination. We're gonna head on over to the process command file. We're going to line 172, which is where we have this this match. And you can see now I've got the red squiggly line, and we're just gonna go down until we find something like padding, right? So why don't we just copy these and put it in here. So the name of the new one is Focused Workspace Container Padding. It only takes the adjustment, and that is not the right casing. And then we got Focused Workspace Padding. And we have Rust Rover crashing on us. That's interesting. All right. Not looking good. JetBrains, not looking good. You just crashed on video. All right. So at least our... oh my god, I don't think it saved. What? Oh my god, did it not save? That's insane. We'll go to padding. No way, it did not save. Yo, JetBrains, fix this, please. I'm begging you, fix this. I just want to write some Rust. I don't want to worry about losing all my stuff. Focus, workspace padding. So I'm just gonna hit save manually. So, all right, that kicked in. Let's see. What can I copy? Yo, actually it needs the sizing. It does need the sizing. Oh snap. I messed up. Because you oh wait, no, because that's adjustment. Oh, I'm confusing myself. I am confusing myself. All right. So we're not gonna do adjust container padding. We're gonna do set padding. Adjust padding. Adjust container padding. Set workspace padding. That is the one. We'll go back. Set workspace padding. Actually, set workspace container padding probably. And then this one will be set workspace padding. Right? Right? Right. So I need to get the current... I know I do this all over the place. I get the current workspace space IDX. Okay. I just want to copy paste, man. Let me copy paste. Let me be. I had a tough week. There we go. So we get the focused monitor. We get the focused workspace index. So we're gonna do. Yo, this one. Is this like just set container padding? I should probably rename that. Yeah. Okay. So we get focused monitor. Do I have the index on that? Damn it, I do not have the index on that. Okay, I guess we're gonna do self.focus monitor IDX. And that gives us size. Because that is never a none. It's always a sum. We have focused monitor IDX. It would help if I updated the variable name. Sweet. And then we have the focused workspace index. What is not a good first impression of Rust Rover? Like, it feels slower. And I don't know if it's just me, like, being old, but it feels a bit slower. Might just be my machine being a little bit old as well. Alright, so that's more or less what we want to do, right? We want to get the focused monitor indexed. We want to get the focused monitor and use the focused monitor object to find the focused workspace index of that monitor. So instead of container padding here, we're going to do that workspace padding. And so this is the implementation, right? Well, half of the implementation. This is half of the implementation. 37. What are you complaining about? That was strange. Why was it not updating? Alright, never mind. So we got everything building, and so at this point, whenever these two messages are received by Komorebi, it will do these things, right? It will look up the focused monitor and the index, both for the focused monitor and the focused workspace on that monitor, and then it will use those to set the container padding and the workspace padding. But how do we send the messages? How do we send those socket messages? That is where Komorebi C comes in. And so Komorebi C, it takes a series of commands, as we know, and those commands, like here, they send socket messages to Komorebi as bytes. And then it gets deserialized on the other end to a machine readable format. Well, I guess bytes are already machine readable, but like a human and machine readable format. So let's look for padding. Why do I have so many macros for this? Like, don't really need macros. Maybe I can reuse one of the other ones that I have. There's like a target workspace macro. No, I think these should be their own thing. So we can take a look at how we structured those macros. Where did they go? Padding sub commands. Not. Alright. Focus. Workspace. Padding. Sub commands. I don't think I've ever done macro rules on video. I'm not very good at it, but so this is, maybe we can see one that is already built and working. Weird ass syntax. Don't ask me about it. I read the Rust book and then I forgot it, and I only remember it when I need to make adjustments or when the time comes for me to write a macro. So like this is the argument to the macro, right? And so we have an argument that is container padding and an argument that is workspace padding. And I think this stuff means like do it as many times for as many arguments that you have, like produce this struct n times, just depending on how long the list is. So name comes here, and yeah, that's it. That's it. Why? Sometimes I look at code I've written and I'm like, why I must have been in a macro phase. Let's just continue the macro phase just to keep it consistent. You know, I don't want people to look at this code base in the future and then be like, oh, should I use a macro? Should I not use a macro? Copy paste until you can't copy paste anymore. So this one is going to be pixel size to set as an integer. And so like you can do stuff like this now, right? You can do focused workspace. Bruh, it's not gonna work because then you're gonna have focused workspace padding. God damn it. Unless yeah, okay, that works. Or does it? Dun dun dun. Yeah, you know what? I'm overcomplicating this. Just focused workspace container, focused workspace padding. We don't need to worry about, like, there's another crate that you can use to concatenate string literals with these like identifiers. We just pray you never have to use macros and just forget about what you've seen here. It will do you no good. It will haunt your dreams if you let it. So then, now that the whole reason that we have these structs is that we pass these into the subcommand enum. And this is what lets us know. Let me find a meaty one. If I do Komorebi C cycle, that's not a good one. Resize axis help. And if we take a look at this, we have a struct that says it takes 2 arguments, an axis and a sizing. Both of these are enums, and that's how you get this very nice output, right? It's derived from the struct. It takes an axis because we've said it's an enum. It says, hey, here are the possible values, horizontal and vertical, and here are the possible values for the sizing enum, increase and decrease. So we want to put this with the other padding commands, I guess. Yes. Here, I guess. This is going to be set. This is going to be set. We're going to do focus, workspace, container padding, and we're going to do focus, workspace padding, and then we're just going to make sure that the structs that we generate are the ones that we use here. Focused workspace container padding and focused workspace padding. And yeah, they'll just be the same struct. They'll take a size and it'll have this documentation coming out for us. So now if we run bacon again, we have another error, right? So it's saying that we have another match on subcommand that is an enum, and we have 2 variants that have not been covered. So it is time to go and cover them. Padding. Match. There we go. And we can search for padding here. Just container. Ooh, that was a bit far. Here we go. So we'll make a copy. We'll change this to focused workspace padding. And we'll change this one to focused workspace container padding. And we are going to change the socket messages as well, right? So this is going to be focused workspace container padding, which only takes one argument now, right? And that is the sizing. No, that is the size argument, which is a 32-bit integer. 32-bit signed integer, I should say. And this is going to be the... Oh, I got the wrong one. This one is focused workspace padding. And this one is focused workspace container padding. And it only takes a single argument that is size. Pretty sweet. That is it. It is implemented. I can stop Komorebi. I can just install Komorebi. I'll give this a second. And then once that's done, we can do just install Komorebi. And that should work. You know what? I think this whole time I might have been running debug builds locally, because I never install the releases, because I'm always compiling. And wait, no, I think the install command must install in release optimization mode. Google, does cargo install release binaries? Yo. Well, I mean, it's cool, I guess, even if it is, even if it is a debug binary, it's pretty damn fast. Yeah, I don't know. Don't particularly care. So, we'll install Komorebi as well. It shouldn't be too long. And then I'm thinking somebody on the Discord was mentioning that the output of the check command doesn't really check for config files, and it's a bit confusing for people. So we can add in something to check if the config file is either in the home directory or if there is a Komorebi config home. We can set it for that as well. Oof. Already been 30 minutes. Does not feel like 30 minutes. Honestly, it feels like I've been doing this for 10 minutes, but I don't know, something, time flies when you're having fun. Something. So we'll just... Komorebi C start. And so I should now be able to Komorebi C focused workspace padding. I don't know, let's set it to 20. Yep, that worked. We can set it to 50. Look at those gaps. But we don't have the gaps in the middle. Workspace container padding. Now we have the gaps in the middle as well. Look at that. Beautiful. Aesthetic AF. I couldn't actually work like this, but it looks cool to look at. So it is you. Maybe I can get the config file out. Excuse me? Of course I have a config file. How do you think I'm... There we go. Alright, so the default workspace I have is 10 and the container is 20. So let's set those back the way they were. Container padding 20 and workspace padding 10. Alright. Back to normal. Back to normal. Alright, let's go ahead and just thumped real quick. I don't want to have any unformatted code checked in here. And the other stuff is going to take some more time and thinking about. There's always more to do. There is always more to do. So git cd feature CLI focus workspace padding cmd add. This commit adds dedicated Komorebi C commands for setting the padding values of the focus workspace and containers. That's good enough. No breaking changes. And this is in reference to issue number 570. So git commit amend. Nice. Another one bites the dust. So let's take a quick look at the check command. So we're also gonna look for a komorebi.json, and we'll call this static config. So I think this is gonna be the first if now. Yeah. So if config dot if static config exists, then because like this is the one that is always going to take precedence. We should pull this out. We should pull that out. We'll make this a clone of home. And then we'll add a print line found komorebi.json. This file can be passed to the start command with the config flag. And found whkdrc. Key bindings can be loaded from here. Will be loaded from here when whkd is started. And you can start it automatically using the whkd flag. Alright, that seems reasonable. That seems mostly reasonable. So we'll try out the check command. Gotta reinstall, of course. All that time spent compiling. Compiling. I think that's going to be it for this session. After this, that's not bad. Like three meaty, chunky commits. Komorebi C, check. Well, I guess we got to fix the typo. Found komorebi.ksom. Imagine if we come up with our own configuration language. We call it ksom. Komorebi script object motation. What is wrong with me? What is wrong with me today? Why can't I type? Alright, found komorebi.json. Well, I mean, we can see. Where's term giving me grief. It's so nice, but like the Windows build just needs a little bit of polish. Alright, so we found Komorebi config home. Found the komorebi.json. Yo, that ain't right. That ain't right. Oh no, it's a different home. That's why. This is when I try and be too much of a smartass. Bad things happen. Bad things happen when I try to be too much of a smartass. All right, so this home refers to as custom config home. It's not like the actual home. God damn it! Why am I like this? Why am I? Oh, can I not see the changes pop out anymore? Huh, that's different. So diff-align. Oh, I want the old behavior back. Whatever. I was thinking I'll save a little bit of time by copy pasting from the diff that pops up, but guess that's not gonna happen. Fact. Oh, dear. Okay. Let's reinstall this. And now this time, we should have the correct spelling of JSON. And we should also be able to pick up the WHKD-RC file. There we go. Nice. Found config home. Looking for configuration files. Found komorebi.json. This file can be passed to the start command with the config flag. Found config WHKD-RC. These key bindings will be loaded from here when WHKD is started, and you can start it automatically using the WHKD flag. Very nice, very nice. Add these. So yeah, let's prepare a commit. Git CZ fix CLI pick up static CFG and check MD. That's good. That is very good. I feel a little bit better now. Feel a little bit better being productive, working on my own code, getting to share it with all of you. The community is beautiful. Thanks to everybody on Discord, on Mastodon, on Twitter that has had kind words for me. I appreciate it. So much, so much, so much. Oh my god, we have so many sponsors that we need to show more. Alright, let's do this. Oh my god, past sponsors. You know what? It's gonna be a very, very special shout out session to all sponsors, past and current. So we'll start with the past sponsors because, you know, a lot of these are the people who did one-time sponsorship And there were a couple people who did a lot, so I really appreciate all of the support through all of the time. Thank you to Aru, Tim, Danny, Ryan, Ayan, Brady, Albza, Sidium. I know that display picture. Tobias, Cody, Jacob, Tana, my apologies, Randy, Sam, Omi, Betchy, Goldton, Angelos, and to the current sponsors, private sponsor. I try not to show the private sponsors, but when I'm logged in, it doesn't show. It doesn't. Anyway, thank you to the private sponsor. Thank you to Anne, who's also a private sponsor. Sorry, I didn't know. I'm messing it up. To Timothy, Solomon, Julian, Evan, Maxwell, Acelink. I just realized actually earlier it's acelink.io. So thank you, Acelink. Leandro, Alex, Gustavo, Surefire. That's a new one. Hey, Surefire, welcome. Michael and Hisayuki. My friends, I could not have gotten to where I am without you. It has been a great ride. I hope it's going to continue to be a great ride. Thank you all so much, so much for your support. If you too would like to support the project, head on over to the sponsor page. You can become a one-time sponsor, you can become a monthly sponsor. Honestly, even $1 a month, it makes such a huge difference to me. And you know, like, I don't have a job right now, whatever, but I was doing some napkin math, and like, let's imagine that every single starring person were able to be a $1 a month sponsor. Like, I could just work on this full time. Like, I know I'd do crazy stuff, like, I don't know, like I'd implement the same window manager for Linux and Mac OS as well, and have it so like your one komorebi.json file works across every platform and it behaves as much as possible the same way across every platform. So whenever you move platform, like, oh yeah, I've got Komorebi and everything just works. And it's not like, okay, I got Komorebi on Windows, I got BSPWM on Linux, I got Yabai on Mac OS. That would be cool. But you know what? Whatever you can do to help at this point, I appreciate anything. If, however, you are not in a position to become a sponsor, the very next best thing that you can do is subscribe to the YouTube channel, where you are most likely watching this video right now. Somehow we're already at 729 subscribers. This is freaking amazing. Oh my god, thank you all so much. Please, you know, if you come across this on YouTube, if you watch the videos but for some reason you're not subscribed yet, the reason I keep reminding is that there are a lot of ads playing on all of my videos right now, especially the Komorebi videos, and I don't get a cut of the ad revenue yet because I am not at 1,000 subscribers yet. So if you can subscribe and add to this number and get it closer to 1,000, it's a really great passive way for you to help support the future of this project. All right, let's wrap up. This has been a long one. Thanks for sticking through to the end. I hope that whatever you all do today, you have a great day. Free Palestine, and I'll see you all back here next time.